I'm really not ready to begin, but I want to just say something. It's been days that over and over in my head, and I write and I write, and I see so many new things, new connections and words, and the beginning of words, and adding on to a word, making a word a negative word, but having more letters in that word. And with every letter, there are numbers coming into that word and different colors coming into that word, and mixing that up with different sports or different colors on pool balls, etc. And we all know that the existence of everything in a ball is up to what number? Do you know that if we count one all the way to um, the 13 moons, we end up with 91? Um, so 9 and 1 is A and I. I came up with a couple of ideas that were fantastic ideas. I just hope my mind can find it on these pages. And thank God I put some pages in order today. And I've got like 6, 7 pages. And what I found is, like, for me, it's like very, very strong, telling the same story over and over. Or maybe it's not telling the same story over and over. It's just I come up like with number 91. Where does number 91 show up? Where does number 891 show up, or 198 show up? What is the center of, or divisions of, how to get to 198? What happens when you're getting to 198, which is 2 times 99 or 3 times 99? We need to understand our numbers in order to understand really the logics of using the element scale. We need to understand the logics of how our numbers work. Our numbers must work in 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 how can I say it? In Our numbers, our music, our vibration must all be together. In whichever dimension they are rung together. Rung as in ring, as in bell, as in signs and sounds. And there's scalings for this. Throughout time, the Mayans gave us a great scaling, and I like it because it works. And it's 137, the 7/6 over 9/4 is 13/13. And the angle of the crisscross, I'm not quite sure. What is that? What degrees would that be? 180 degrees. So if it's from here to here, if this was 180 degrees, would that be 45 degrees or 33 degrees? I know if we made it straight this way, wouldn't that be 180 degrees? If it's this way and we put it this way, your movement. Okay, we're not gonna. So yes, and when this one makes, what happened? When this one goes from 7 and 6/13 to 9 and 4/13, this goes to 1 and 6/7 to 3 and 4/7. So you have crisscrossings, and then there's a little design. I'm not sure if I have it in here. If I want, maybe I'm going to do it this way. So we're going to go. Where is it? This is 1. This is 2. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we are going to go from 1. We're going to do it. I'm not sure which way you want to do it, because I already have this done. There's 2 ways of doing it. Let me see. Let me see if I can go and get it on the other table. Okay, I'm going to just do it again. It's where I go on the outside of the square, to the outside of the square, from the outside of the square of this area and the outside of this cube here, to the outside of this cube here. You see 4 and 9 is 13, to where 1 and 6 is 7. But what we're going to do is we're going to go 7 and 6, 13. So we're going to run it. I really don't want to scrap this. I didn't want to put a line in it. I fear maybe I'll take a picture and put it online. I'm going to have to do this very lightly. So we're going to take the pencil, right? Hold on a second. Do I have a ruler here somewhere? Yeah, I got a ruler right here. Okay. So this is what happens to it. Now you have to look at it as it's got dimension. Okay, you got to look at this as it has dimension. And this is because the Mayans run in cycles of 13 and 7. Okay, and how do we understand the 13 and the 7? It's actually not really 13. It's what is 1, 3, and 7. 1 and 3 is 4. 1, 7, and 3 is 1. And nothing is 7. I'm just trying. Oh yes, 3, 1, 3 is 7. I'm just trying to think exactly where I'm trying to go with this. It is 1 and 1 that created 3. Then 3 times 1, 3 plus 1. 1 times 1 equals to 1. 1 plus 1 equals to 2 plus 1 equals to 3. Then 3 and 1 equals to 4, and 3 equals to 7. I'm just trying to see how that works. Anyways, let me take that off. Not very happy with that piece. I forget that equation, but what I did want to show you is that this equation is not finished. You see, this is the skeleton of the equation. Now what we're going to do just trying to, anyways, whatever it is, I think I just ruined this piece. Not very happy with it. What is this? When we're going down, did I do this right? Yeah, all 3 by 3s. When we go down, we're going down by 3s. When we're going across, we're going to cross by 1s. Does it ever look into you? 33, 33, 33, 33, 11, 11, 11. So if we went 11, 11, 11, we would go 11 times 11 is 121, times 11 is 1331. Remember, it's going to come up again. If we went 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, it would equal to 3. 1 plus 1, 1 times 1 will equal to 3. So that is one of my big questions. Is it because of these two that the two sides come together to equal to 3? It's just a question. Where was I? Why was I so excited to come here? I was excited. Cowbells, bells. We need more cowbells. Yes. Number 13. Yes, there was a big piece today. You know what? I'm going to mention to you where the pieces. I'm going to try and look back through my pieces. I was talking about the deep freeze today. Look at that. 50. Okay. If it was in the clock, it would be 10 and 50, right? Which would be L and X, 10 and 50. It would also be the 12th letter and the 24th letter. Could be part of the day in deep freeze. The other one could be 30 minutes on the clock. It could be the halfway point. We don't know which metrics they're talking in. But 18, okay, is the basic freezing point. 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Is that what it is? No, I think it's -8. Yes, -18 Celsius is 0 Fahrenheit. So what this is 18 and 18 equals to 36. and then take away 32 from that. That equals to 4, and 10%. I think it's 0.04. I think is what the answer is. Okay, where am I going? This is the body temperature, the 26th letter in the alphabet. The houses. I don't even know where to go. Oh yes, the other thing is, I got to get some. Oh no, I got something to drink right here. $32 ice. So think of it. If 32 is ice, the numeric value in the creation of ice is going to be 5 and 6, 11. So it's going to be 5 and 6, 11. That's what it's going to be. 5 and 6, 11. So it's going to be 5, 11 and 6, 11. So right away, this one is telling me about Earth. This one is telling me about Earth, 511, because 1 and 1 is 2, and in Roman numerals, it'll be that. 5 and 6 is also going to tell me about NA, DNA. What I'm getting to with this is why did I come up with this, and why did I say this? What jumped me to this point? 5 and 6 represent 3. 5 and 6 represent 7. 3 and 7 are polars of each other. They're 202 away from 5. How do they get to each other? Do they plug into 5? If they both plug into 5, and you do need 2 to get into 5, the thing is, between 5 and 7, it is 5 blank, okay, and then 7, and it is 5 blank, and then 3. There's only one single number between them that fill the gap. They're both going to move and land on one number. So they can't possibly move and land on themselves unless one becomes the whole of the donut jumping onto the 5. Do you follow what I'm saying? They both join, so they both have to lose. And we have to call it meeting at Freedom 55. So either you're going to meet at the top or you're going to meet at the bottom. Otherwise, you're not going to knock heads into each other. One of the other reasons 3 is creation of the gate. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 will create what is 3. What created 7? 1 plus 3, 1 times 3 equals 2. 3 and 4, what is 7? Okay, where are we going to go? What am I doing? I'm a little bit lost. When you bury somebody, you bury them 6 feet under. Okay, we can't forget. And how wide is it? Is it 4 feet wide? Is it 4 by 6 feet? That would make. Let me check that out. What are the diameter of a grave dig? Let me see. For standard graves, most fall into the side 24 inches. No, hold on a second. How deep is the graveyard to bury a person? Let me see. It says over here, why 6 feet? No, I'm not looking. The average height. Okay, whatever it is, you get the drift of what I was doing, right? Okay, so let's jump off that. Then we have the boiling point 212, which will lead to what is 55 and the 7th gate because of its way up. The way up from 212 is 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 is 2 and 3. And 2 plus 1, 2 times 1 is 2 and 3. 3 times 2, 3 plus 2 is 5 and 6. So we have to crisscross and understand we have 88. We have to understand we have 79. We have 88. 16 and 16, and we have 5 and 11, which is 16. So this is the equation that comes from this numeric value and included in boiling point. This equation over here actually was, I'm just trying to see what I did inside of this one. I created a 4x4 area. I needed area space for day and night. And then inside that area, I went in and only cut out a 9 area. And then I cut out a 9 area. And then I cut out my third 9 area. And then I cut out my fourth 9 area. So I cut out 360 4x9 area of what was a total of a 16 area. 20 is the difference. 7 and 9, spirit of creation. And then you had what was 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and the center gets 4. That's just what this generic value gets. And then this equation gets 4. I'm not really sure if we just put 4, 4, 4, where this one actually gets 8 and becomes 484 and is an explanation for Pluto. This is a 16 area. So far, so oxydory. I'm not really happy with the information I'm sharing right now. I'm really not. So I'm going to bring on something that I have to say. Does anybody know who the bear is in this world? Let me look up who the bear is, the representation of the bear. Which country represents the bear? Okay, so what I want to show you is 13, EA, and 12. The 13th card, the 12th card, the 4, and the 3. The bear, hibernation. High, bear, Nate. It's a nation. It's a nation of kings and queens, of the polarity of the greatest expansion you can have, the true DC. So when they were going to have the bear hug, okay, it was the human gateway of light. The H and the I are within 1, 89. Even the 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 equals to 8 equals to 9. So they're together in the star system. When you multiply them and you add them, okay, they stay together because of this over here. I'm not really sure which way we're going to do this, okay, but in order to keep up to the diamond breakaway, okay, you could, I mean, I'm not really even sure which way I want to go with this, whether I want to keep it in squares. And by keeping it in squares and lowering myself and then moving over, I get to follow that line. And at the same time that I follow the line, okay, it can happen also down the other way. So now we have to find our division, and that's going to be our 180 and 90 degrees. And then we can work inside what is that over here. A, B, C, D are the lines. I'm questioning what I should do. Should I be putting A, B, C, D as the lines? Should I work it off the understanding of the clock? Should I work it off the 90 degrees on a soccer clock? Imagine the soccer game is 45, played in a rectangular field, working at 45, 45, telling me about the Fox zone of 90. When you add up 1 over to 90, it equals to 91. When you add up 1 over to 13, it equals to 91. Take away the 1 from 91. It is 91 minus 1. It is 90 plus 1. or it is 1 through 12 equaling to 78. I'm just trying to think what this means is you add up 1 through 13. These are your cards in the deck, but you're not allowed. You can go from 1 to 12, or you can go from 13 over to the 2. You're going to go from 13 over to the 2, or you're going to go 14 over to the 2. You can't do 13 cards. This is where the king becomes first. Forget I even mentioned that. There's 2 ways to look at this equation. That's why I'm going to show it to you in the short form. What it means is going around the cube, you will always see 14 dots. There'll be 5 on this side and 9 on the other side. At the same time as you see the 9 here, you're also seeing you're seeing 9 and 9. Here is 9 and 9. This is your 99. Why? Because there's 3 here and 3 here and 3 here. That 3, 3, 3 generation is 7 divided by 3, 4 divided by 3, and 1 divided by 3. 1, 3, 4, 7 coming together, but 3 is always known, never has to be mentioned. All about 3. The fourth one brings it back and finishes the formation. As the fourth one also is noted that when you're seeing 5, 1, 2, 3, we will see on the fourth one 5 again. But the whole actuality of 4 going around, remember this, there are 4 that go around this dice, but this dice, okay, is a division of 3 areas only. 3 areas, because there's 3 areas, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. Pairs, there's 3 pairs equaling to 6. So when you're going around, 3 of them will be from one world, and 1 of them will be from the other world. That's just the way it is. There's more to this, and once we learn and how this is going to connect our universe, our bodies, our sciences, we will begin to unstrap. We will begin to unstrap the blocked memory. M13 Black Mercury. Just let me go back. There was bear. We have to pay attention to that word. Bear. Chicago, right. Bear, bears. Be careful for this one over here. This is a pirate. This becomes a pirate word. Okay. You can see the way it's dividing up in 3 A and E. You see what it did? It put a Y between A and E and broke it up into 3. It turned it into the Cubonic world. You ever think of Quebec? Cubonic, Quebec, the hat. So we have the bear. So I just wanted to go back and the bear hug. Okay. 8, 9, 1, and 2. 8 times 12 equals 96 in rotation of the 7th gate. Three times 77, the matter of Christ. That's what it is to this answer. Where do I get this? 7 by 3, 210. 7 plus 3. 7 times 3, 21. 7 times 3, 21. 231. 3 by 7, 210. 3 by 7, 21. This, okay, in itself is going to create 49 and 14 equaling to 63. This is going to create something. This is going to create something. This will create something. I can't tell you what it all is and just keep spreading my wings. Just everything fits. Why did I mark this down? Because 6 and 1, I wanted to create the 7. We need to create other numbers, okay? And the basis of most numbers that I create are 1, 4, and 7. In order to create 1, 4, and 7, we must do 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6, 5. I'm just trying to think. 5 and 5. and that's your all your tens. And then we have to create, this is 10, right? But at 10 equals to 1 plus 0, right? uh, 39 and 34. 10 and 1, they're actually the same as 11. And what the funny thing about 10 is 1 plus 9 equals to 10 equals to 1. 2 plus 8 equals to 10 equals to 1. 3 plus 7 equals to 10 equals to 1. So when you mark it down like this, okay, you might think, hey, look, it's 11. It's supposed to be 10 and 10, but it's actually together 11. 11 brings together both of them. So 10 brings together 1, 11 brings together 2, just like 1 and 2. It tells the same story. So I was doing this piece also over here, the bear hug. Um, it's bringing together the rotation. Um, this is going to signal the cube and the moon. This one over here, the cube and the moon. When the 6 is inside of it, there's a birth. But when there's no 6 or 219, then there's no birth or anything. That's just the way it is. The reason for that is that's the cube. The number 2160, and although you don't see the 6, is the minute you have a 3 numbers with 21, okay, automatically I can turn that 0 into a 6. The reason I turn 0 into a 6 is because the opposite side of this is 6. When I take away, when you understand that you can never on this cube can you ever use more than 6 areas. All the others are hidden spaces. There's 8 and 1 here, can only be used as 6. The 15th letter, which is 0, the 15th letter, which is the letter O, that is the 15th letter, and that will equal to 6. And that's why I keep putting 0 equals to 6, because of the dynamics of this thing over here. And remember, this is a half-life. Jesus and Moses and Noah, they were builders, and they knew if you're going to measure your television set for the greatest, what's it called, for the greatest number of inches, it's on an angle. In between is not the same. It's for the height, the center of your height, but you can use the height here or here. It makes no difference. When it's this way, it's the letter I. When it's this way, it's the letter H. They're all telling a story. I use the French language and the English language to help me out with some angles. So where were we in all this? Because there were so many things happening. Every time you make a dot or a line or a square, it's telling another story. Where was I? 2/3, 1/2. I'm trying to see where it was. Okay, yes. So I was talking about the 10s. Now what we're going to do next is we can talk about the 11s. So you think it's that simple just to get an 11 just like that because we paired that up? No, we're going to get 11 by number 2 and 9. And where does that come from? I'm going to explain it to you. Although our numbers actually go from 1 over to 9, 1 cannot be here and here at the same time. So 1 goes all the way over to 8, and 9 goes all the way over to 2, B, 8, H, A, and I. And I can show you another place. I want to take a 2-minute break. I need to get something to drink. And I can show you another place that our alphabet, the letter Z, which is noted to be the last letter, is the 26th letter. 2 plus 6 equals to 8. So if I'm going to say something, it already has to exist. All I do is suck it out of the ground. If I say it, it's got to exist somewhere. If I haven't said it, or if I created something that seems maybe the logic is there, but where does it exist? I'm not really sure. I saw it before. No, I need to, everybody. So this is what I want to do. I want to create a program. If anybody's out there, I'm just going to throw this out there, to create an interactive program. And I'm going to have to create all the elements on how to build it. But if we're more people, we can all build it together. And this system will tear apart letters and words and shapes, and they'll give shapes and pictures and artwork and geometrics. It'll give it actual stories to where it'll tell more of a story inside of a word, from where and what part of time and what happened over time through the word, or through colors, because of what colors do, and the magical help of Rubik's Cube, knowing that red 27 is opposite of orange, which is 60, giving me the gateway 87. Or if I minus the 60 from 27, I got 33. I got rotation of the sun through orange and red. Noted that not in red, not in orange, but in orange is red, and in orange is the invisible yellow. Number 92 is missing from the equation. Red is 9. The missing entity is yellow 11. Orange is 6. So that would be 2, 6, and 9 in that equation. So that if it's 2, 6, and 9, now we can look for 1, 6, and 9, and 3, 6, and 9, because they all go together. And once you get the 3, 6, 9, we are going to go all the way into the region of the 90s, because in French it explains to us that when we're going to say 90, we're going to say 4 times 20 and 10. And talking about JT and 10, 20, I have a couple of equations and what do you call it? And geometric shapes, or some designs and explanation for the designs. And one of them comes from bowling, the setup of the 10 pin or the setup of the 5 pin. And then I change the angles on them. Just understanding that there's everything is a skeleton. We got a game. Do we make it in squares? Do we make it in a single square for a pin? Do we make it in 4 squares for a pin? Should we put it on this angle? Should we stand it up on a point? So there's a lot of things going on. And again, the Chicago Bears, the bear hug, the Ottawa. Ottawa is not chosen. Ottawa. I taught a putty cat. So if you want to go into what did you learn when you grow up and you saw the putty cat, I said it twice. I must have seen the putty cat twice. TAW 21 and 7. That is the gateway. 21 and 7. That is the first cube gate. 21 and 7, as the first cube is 21 and T is 20, which means that the gateway that's sitting up is the 6. I know T is 20, is the 20th letter, but it is in gematria, it is one of the pyramids. If you ever seen the BMO, their logo, well, there's 2 pyramids in which, you know what? I haven't even been looking if anybody's writing. No, Bayer, Bayer. Bayer. Very important. Here. So take a look at this. I'm going to get something to drink. I'm going to come back. I want to stay on as long as I could. I'm not going to be fast. I have one little design that I want to design. I want to talk about bear equaling to number 31. The cube is number 31. The king and the queen is part of the bear. So I'm just going to do something here. Oh, okay, pi. The bear has pi to it. I'm going to just look at that and try and understand that. I'm going to be back. I'm going to get something to drink from the kitchen. Hey, kitty. Yeah. Coming back. I'm coming back. My leg is sleeping. How you doing? Wow, it's snowing out. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Would you like me to explain what's on the field over here? Is this you, Robin? I can explain this, but I think we're going to go on to something else. I've shown it before. If you say explain, I will. Otherwise, I'm going to go on to something else. There were a couple of really, really interesting things. And for me, this thing about bear and I've already said, because you have to understand the Cubonic world. And in the Cubonic world, that is where Quebec is. This is for entertainment purposes only. What I do is I take what was given to us for the young students, the students of God. Who are we? Who am I? Why am I here? What am I doing? All my life. What is death? What is death? What is death? What is life? What is death? What is... But I didn't care really about life, as death was dark, it was ugly, it was nowhere, how come, and where do we go? And the questions kept coming out until I hit the age of 41, and boom, bang, all of a sudden, this one of these happy pills effects or this doctor gave me just whacked my head right out of a different ballpark. You didn't take the drug, you got completely sick. Your mind was like shocked into another world. And that's when it broke loose. But near May 5th this year, in 2 months from now, on Thursday, May 5th, 17 years ago, or this will be the 18th, May 5th, the 5th, from 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. This will be the 18th, May 5th. The cycle repeats on the 18th year. I thought it was the 19th year. And what's funny about the 18th year, if the cycle repeats, so does it mathematically. $18 times 18 equals 324. 18 plus 18 equals to 36, and that equals to 360. And on the first year as on the 18th year, it is the same date. On the 19th year, it is new. So there is a polarity, many polarities going on between here, the old and the new. And the reverse alphabet to this would be 9. And the reverse alphabet to this would be 8. And what created is 1 and 8. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 equals to 8, and equals to 9, equals to 18 times 18 equals to 324. 18 plus 18 equals to 36, equals to 360. Okay. In the 19th year, okay, equals 361. 19 plus 19, 19 times 19. And what we have to know is if we add up 1 to 19, it equals to 190, which is rotation of 14 by 14. All zeros equal to 6. I want to express one thing. I'm not sure which way I should do it, okay? Because there's many ways to look at this. I'm going to try and see if I can do it. Besides the O being the 15th letter, besides the 1 and 8, where the reverse of the cube is the 6. There's these spots over here, okay, that happen 12, times. That happen, what is it? 1, 4, 5, 6, 12 times. Okay. 10 times. Sorry. Is it 10? No, it's 11 times. No, there's 12 areas. Sorry. There's 12 areas. 6 by 2 equals to the 12 areas. Okay. But it will only equal to 5 areas where it won't happen. It won't happen here. There's going to be a blank here and a blank here and a blank here. It happens 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 going one way, and then over here you have 4 and 4. Did I get that right? 2. Hold on a second. Don't count the 6. Yeah, count the 6 this way. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8. And then there's 2, 4, 6, 8. And then when it comes to go this way, there's only 2, 4, and 6 because this area is occupied. So that qualifies as this numeric value. Does anybody follow me with that? Everybody left. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Let me see if anybody still. I still have to do the video, so let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna like it too. Okay, it shows just me watching, so let's take that off, and then we're gonna go to Twitter and view Twitter. Let me view Twitter. Let's see if anybody's here from Twitter. And Twitter's got nobody watching, so we're gonna take that off. And then we're going to go to Odyssey. Let me see what's happening in Odyssey. Hold on a second. I want to see my Odyssey. Well, if you're in Odyssey, just give me a second. I have to see Odyssey. Right? Let me hold on a second. You know, I'm not sure who's where, and the last time somebody by chance said something to me. Is this where we are? Okay, now I can see my Odyssey page. Very good. Very good. Okay, so now I'm going to take that out, put it on the side. So in case somebody says something, I'll see it. Now I'm going to take my page on StreamYard. No, not here. Where am I? I'm trying to erase a few pages so I can see where my my StreamYard. Okay, I'm here. Okay. So where was, okay, so this is where my 180 was, and where did I get this? Right. And the difference between the 18th and the 19th. So 1 times 8 equals to 8. 1 plus 8 equals to 9. So we have to understand, okay, the alphabet goes from A over to Z. It is 1 and it is 26. It is also noted to be 1 and 8. So what happens if we want to restart the alphabet? Will we go A or will we go Z? Which way will we go with that? Okay. If we went, sorry, let me do it a little different. If we went Z, I would put it here. I'm just thinking. And then if I had to put A, I would put, actually, I would probably put A over here. I'm just thinking maybe, no, anyways, I'm not going to get with that. I'm just something new I was thinking of. Anyways, let's leave that out. So when we're counting from A over to 9 or A over to I. We can do that as its greatest gap and as its extension, exactly like when we look at this dice and we see 1 and 6, it is 7. But we're not going to go to number 7. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to what is A over to H. The greatest gap, okay, can only be the maximum of 8. That is it. That is the greatest gap. So we have A to H and B over to I. So this is 18 and this is 29. 2 plus 9 equals to 11. 2 times 9 equals to 18. 1 and 1 creates. 1 and 8 creates 8 and 9. So we're going to take this over here. We're going to go, first of all, this one is going to equal to 399, which is going to equal to 297, which is going to equal to 194. I'm just contemplating. This is birth at the gate. 9 and 7, 9 birth gate. 2, 7, the red gate. 29 is the birth through 54, the red sun. Where does this come from? From the mathematics of 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, equaling to 5, and 4 times 5 equals to 20, 4 plus 5 equals to 9. IT. Anybody hear of the IT system? Okay. T is a passage through a gate. Hold on a second. Let me just move this over. T is a passage through a gate. Okay, I'm not going to show you the belt that we wear. I don't want to show you the belt that we wear. I want to show you the gate. Here. See, right over here, and this is in small formation. This is in a larger formation. See what I'm showing you right over here? Right? There's now a gate, and it goes all the way in between here. See this area space? Although the smaller area space is right here. In the smallest area is right here. This is singularity, okay? This singular worlds and what it does. Now, why I separated it and why I did this and why there are ribs in between. Okay, and if you can take a look, it's going through and through and then through up to here and then all the way down here. And then over here, 2 worlds are coming together. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. 1, 1, 1 and 1. 2, 2, 2 and 2. So they're building up all to this world, these two. So this world, if you take a look at it, it is down here, it is the B letter. And then up here, it is the V letter. So from where does the M letter come in? I don't really remember. I've done the artwork before and I found it. I do not remember now. So anyways, so yes, so this is the basis of it. It's A and H, it's B and I, and when it comes to the cube, okay, it becomes A over 2 FG, right? I mean, obviously it starts with AB, so it's over to FG. Or does it begin GA? It begins GA and it finishes FG. 7 and 1 finishes as 7 and 6. Think about it. You add the cube in between there. The cube is 1 across from 6 equaling to your fourth 7. You have 8 over F in the cube. So your piano, if you're looking at your piano, and I have to think of the piano, right? Because that piano, oh my God. Let me see this here. That piano, where is it? That piano, yeah. But let me show you. So look what's happening on this piano. Number 29 comes into the gateway. Your 5/4 sun comes into the gateway from the left side of the piano to the right side of the piano. These black markings are showing the sevens, all the sevens. Now, I didn't finish it. I didn't count all the keys, but this is a section of 7, 7, 7, 21, 22, 23, 24. And this is a section of, let's see, here, yeah, it finishes at 28. And this is going to be finishing at 35. Just hold on a second. And that'll be 42. And that'll be 49. And that'll be 52. And if you noticed, okay, I'm just going to show you something now. Hold on a second. I just want to fix this up. Okay, so I'm just going to try and see if I can get a dark color on the outside, just so I can, easier for my eyes. Can I do that? Hold on a second. Okay, so okay, so I don't know if you can see that. Okay, I'm going to take that off and maybe make it maybe make it like that. So here you have 24, right? So if I was going to the 29th, okay, if I was going to the 29th, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, this would be 28th. So February would end right over here. So that would be 28. So let me mark that down. Let me mark 28. 28. Can we do that? I don't know if I want it in pink. I think I'm going to want it in black. Okay. And hold on a second. We're going to do that. I mean, creation is everywhere. You have to break it down. It has to be discussed. We have to make sure we're getting everything understood. If it comes from somewhere else, if it has another meaning. So this one is 28 that ends the cycle, and 29, it's inside the game of roulette. Okay, in the game of roulette, the 28 and 29 are connected together in a splicing of 26, 29, 28, 31. So we're going to do that. So the next one is going to be number 29. So the next one's going to be number 29. So what we have is 24 and 29 is what meets in the center. So in all actuality, we would put, okay, we would have to put 23 over here to know that we were ending on a 5. And we are going to have to put, we're going to have to put 28 over here. So I'm going to have to put maybe a 28A or a 28B or something, you know, or RL. Like here, I can put the R, you know, because it's 28, 29. And then this 28 would be, hold on. No, that would be the L. That would be the L. Hold on a second. Which means I started from the left, and this means I started from the right. And so anyways, so what we're going to do in the piano here is look what happened. So now where is 28? So between here and here. So when we're talking about time heaven, right? And we're going to have to look at that equation and understand that equation. Do you remember I told you Grover Cleveland, right? The beginning of the new cycle is over here. I'm chopping up everything into sevens. Please note Okay, hold on a second. There is one more equation that has to be done inside of here before I go on. Is did I get this right? I'm just thinking starting off at 3 right and ending up at 2. Let me look at this one, ending up at 2, and it has to be red. Okay, and then starting at 3 and ending up at 2. Okay, perfect. So what it is I skip the first 3 over here. As in creation, I skip the first 3. I'm working with, I'm working from the 4th key. So if you skip the first 3, that would be 52. So you take away the 52nd, you take away the 51st, you take away the 50th. So how do I work with 49? Because it's 7 by 7, 49 this way, by 7 by 7, 49 this way. But these 3 and those 3 get to be alone. So 3 by 7 by 7, 49 by 3 by 7 by 7, 49, in which the ends only get to be counted inside the 7 to begin with, but they end up with the 3 alone, while the other groupman is ending in 7s. Do you follow what's going on right now? I'm going to get a drink in the kitchen. I'm going to come back. Um, any comments? No, no one's here. Let me see if anybody's on YouTube. We're going to get something in the drink, taking a 1-minute break. Says no one's watching, but that's okay. They do that to me all the time. Just give me a minute. Going to the kitchen, and I definitely want to check my my Odyssey. Oh yeah, there's my Odyssey. Hey, Odyssey. Yes, yes. Where am I? Oh yeah, look at all those pictures that just showed up over there. Very cool. Where I'm looking for my okay. I'm going to the kitchen, getting something to drink, coming back. I'm going to go a little bit slower. There are a few other things that I found besides the 360 degrees. But now, where is if I went around 360 degrees, where is the what do we do with the 5.25 days in the year? Okay. Oh, I just want to do something. 360 divided by 5.25 equals to 6857.14. Wow. It's a division of 7. Hold on a second. Let me do this again. 360 divided by 5.25, in which is 21 times 25. Get this out. The cube Earth of its gateway in the E-world, okay, in which repeats its numeric creation within itself, in which is what is the division of the numeric value of what is left over at the end of the year. So let me try this again. 360 divided by 5.25 equals to 6, 8, which is the house planet, and then after that it's 5, 7, 1, 4, 2, 8. That means that there is a division of 7. So let me look at 5.25 divided by 7 and equals to, yes, it's 75. Okay, 75 times 7. That is very neat because that tells me that it is in the DC moon 1925, the spirit of Earth to the 7th gate. Where does this come from? Let me get something to drink. I'm going to come back and explain it. But there is one other calculation. 360 divided by 5.47 equals to 65.813528. Okay, I don't really know that one. It shows me in the cycle of Venus, in the creation of the E worlds. So it seems like what moves over from the heavens the spirit into the heavens, and the heavens means 2 and 6. 2 and 6 as what I need to understand. 2 and 6 is 2 and 6 means the living, the animal. What is the numeric for animal? 1 and 14 and 9 and 13 and 1 and 12. Really? 12? Yeah, okay. 25, 26, 35, 45, 49. Animal is 50. Human, HA, AH, AH. Remember that. Remember that. AH, animal and human. Okay, 1 and 8 comes together right there. The world of Venus, the spirit, the animal world. And it starts with A. A divides. It is the cap. It is where D, the cap, enters over to C. And man wears that C cap. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. It is not part of the primary animal ape kingdom, as it is told. Ape equals to 22. It is APE. The numeric value of 1 and 5, where 16 is in between, the gap of 16, whatever that means. All I know is the total is 21 plus 1, 7 and 5. It is through the light. I don't know why, but 1 times 6 through the light of the spirit is 76. But when it gets into, when the P gets into the E world, okay, it becomes, how can I explain number 6? How can I explain number 6? Because 86 is the house planet. So it is the creation of the Christ, the rotation of the sun. How I can create 16 is 4 by 4. Okay, Mars 4 by 4, Earth 3 by 3. Not only that, there's going to be an equation that goes along with this. Let me get something in the kitchen to drink. I'm going to come back in just a minute. I'm really surprised there's so many people not here. I have to get some water. Just want to get a glass of water. Okay. Human and animal, A and H, 1 and 8, on the same dice, right there. Human and animal. Venus is the human. Mercury is the animal. They come together in creation. This is only a skeleton of creation. It will also create what is the raptor claw. These are 3 cubes on diagonal from 3 different worlds, the top, the center, and the bottom. It'll spin this way, it'll spin this way, and it'll spin that way. That's 3. It'll spin this way, and that way. That's 6. The only time it won't spin with you, it won't spin on this cube. This one will not move. 2 and 1. That is the cube. There are only 3, although when it sits on its butt, okay, it shows you 4 around and 1. 1 and 4. How about Adam and Eve?
I begin at A, I end at D. I added A, B, C, D. I had 1, I had 3, I had 6, I had 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. Put me 10 first, but remove D. So we'll put 60 seconds on the clock. It was once 100%, now it's 60%, now it's 30%, now it's 10%. So when you look at a dice cube, if you looked at everything as individual, and this was compared to this number of areas, you would see 90. You would actually be looking at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, or 450 total, or 150, 150, 150, 150. So remember, you're only allowed three. You're only allowed 3 times 150, but it has to be 2 times 150, which equals to 300 and 450, and then 4 times 150. The reason I'm saying that is the lines, the number of lines you can have. There are a total of 4 lines equaling to 600. The total of 3 lines equaling to 450, the total of 2 lines equaling to 300, the total of 1 line equaling to 150. So your total would be 1450, 15, 16, 1750, 1850, 1900. And it would be the same equation. It would be the same equation if you count 1 through 9, it equals to 45, and we started with the same number. So it seems a little complicated, but it shows you how numbers work. What this is over here, where did I get this equation from? I'm just trying to look within myself. Regardless, 21 times 25. 21 times 25 equals to 525. So what I was calculating is how many quarters does it take in order to get to 525, in which no matter how many times I do this, the cat always seems to jump on the desk. Where was I going with this next equation? Yes, this equals to 525, in which this times this equals to 125, in which this plus this equals to 365.25. Now, where does this all come from? I'm just looking to see if the sequences fit. In order to get to this, I need to understand the cube. So I multiply the cube by 25 equals to 525. This is known to be the gateway. It is the gateway of J and G, 1 and 7. J represents A, B, C, D. And G represents A and B equals C plus D. I don't know exactly why these equations work that way. It has to be talked about. It has to do with something going on with this. What's going on with this is between here and here, there are 3. 1 plus 3 equals to 4. So if we were plugging anything in, we'd have to be plugging it in the center. So if we're plugging it in the center, it would have to look like this. See the C, it's plugged into the center. If I want to plug C number 3 with number 7, everything that I plug in with, see, we can go up or we can go down with all of these and see how we can build our towers out of this. So that's what I meant. You see, I can go from A to F, but this whole design has to change. There's got to be a change right over here. You see the sort of, if I would create this inside of it, you see the I don't want to say swath, swat that fly swath, right? The connection between this W, how it connects with the VW, I'm just trying to see, is there any truth to how it links? I don't know. But anyways, what happens now is I was going to connect the 9, has to connect over to the 4. See this 9 here? It has to go down and it has to connect to over here. We have to understand that connection. The reason we have to understand that connection is the same reason we have to connect. You see this 8? This 8 has to come up and has to go all the way over to the 5. Yes, the 8 comes right over to the 5. The 8 is connected to the 9, right? The heaven is never away from the birth. The birth is right at the end, the I. Anyways, the whole heaven thing where the E world is, everything gets inverted. A and I go right in the center. Let me take this away. Just want to show this small thing in numbers, and I'm going to come back. I'm going to just show this scaling. This is going to be A, B, C, D. No. This is not going to work. This is not going to work. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. You got to give me a minute. Come on. I'm taking a 1-minute break. I'm just going to take a little snack. Just give me a second here. Her. Go. Go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give me a minute. Come here. Go. Go. Come on. Come on. Hello. Okay, let me draw this for you. The total is 90. But the reality is it's not 90, but it's 90. So if you were on the playing field of football, what would make it 100? What would have made this 100? So wait a second. Plus they're all equal to 54. Now the question is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a total of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C, D, E. And J, I, H, G. No, how do I count? Oh my God. I'm like sleeping at the wheel. I don't know why I'm doing this. A, B, C, D, E. How is that possible? If we're both meeting, then we're actually only going 9. So what makes us go 9 plus 1 equals to 10? What is it that makes us go 9 plus 1? Because we're going on to the new, we're starting over again, just like we're looking at this piano as we looked at before. The 23rd key here, just like Grover Cleveland was on the pole, the reason for Grover Cleveland on the pole 1441 is an explanation of something. What was it, McKinley? That was the 23rd president. The presidency was split between here, here, and here. The history of time, something went on right here. So if this is center C, okay, this is center C right over here. So this is B. McKinley was in B. So he was A and C. There was a beginning of something between A and C, between this period over here, and here it shows the gateway to life. 22, ape life, and the gateway's in center C. The 28 between the left and right. So one way would be going 20. Let me see what we can write here. I want to see what's happening on the piano. I feel like I'm sleeping at the wheel. I had something good I wanted to bring out. So let me just do this. Number 27. I just want to do something. Number 28. So let me see something over here. Where is it? Okay. So is there a 27? Is there a 28? Let me see. The number here, yes, that would be 27. And it would be I'm going to leave it red. And you know what? I'm going to leave 20. I'm going to just, no, I don't like it red. I don't like it red. Did I already leave it there? Anyways, whatever it is. So that's 27. That's 28. So hold on a second. So wait a second. 27. Okay. Okay. Look at that, eh? They meet. Look at that. Okay, let's see if I got this right. 27, 24, 25. No, I got this wrong. This is wrong. Let me just do this again. Hold on a second. 28, 29, 2, 7. Okay, 2, 7. And then this one over here would be 23, 24. This one is 25, 26, and this one is 27. Hold on. 27. So that's what it is. So that's exactly what it is. Okay, right over here. This is where that gapping is. 28 and 29, we can see it right over here in the piano. 28 and 29 by center C. And just after center C, we win a big red sun, number 27, the Beta Gates. And then we have the birth through 29. And then we have 27, the seventh gate to the birth right over here. It will create 45 coming into the red sun. So what C, D, E, F, G. So it's G and A is that gateway. This is the 7 void to the 2 dot on the cube. And we're on the right side of the piano. We're at so this would be number 25. So let me put that in also. So this would be 2, 5, which is also noted to be a gate. Whoop. No, did I get that wrong? Okay, hold on a second. Let me fix this. Hold on. No, I don't like that. I have to do this. 2, enter, 5. I want to change the color to maybe blue. No, I got to do it this way. Change the color to blue. Right. Let me keep the opaque. No, I don't like that. Okay. Let me keep that over here as 25. And then we're going to keep the 2 skip 6 over here. Okay. So now you have to look when this comes in. Remember when this comes in. Okay. When these numbers come in, remember what I said once before. So let me put this on the side a little bit. According to the French language, there is nothing more than 20. But it's an association of where what is 11 through, is it 10 through 19 is one specific area, to where 20 through 29 is another specific area, through 1 through 9 is another specific area. But to 70, it's going to tell you that it's going to be 60 plus it's going to be 10. And when it gets to 80, it's going to tell you 4 times 20. And when you get to 90, it's going to say 4 times 20 plus 10. So we get to 60 through, there's many ways to get to 60, but one of the play ways that I like to get to 60, besides 60 being the cubic way on ice, the cubonic way, Quebec on ice, Canadians hockey, CH, creation of the void. The 3 and the 8 is the void of the 1 and the 6. I just lost my train of thought by doing that. So in numbers, in French, if we want to put together numbers, so we have 10, A, B, C, D equaling to 10, and there is 1, 9, 10, 2, 8, 10, 3, 7, 10, and 4, 6, 10. There are 4 times 10. I will not use, and when you go through number 5 and all of these, that is going to equal to the balance of the 20. There are 4 times 10 and then 1 times 20, which equals to 4 times 5, which is the sun. And that is where we get to our T world. And that T world, if you want to call it the 1020 world, which is 1020 location. The other thing is T minus counting. So what it is it's 4 worlds. It's 3 worlds
um, if I'm understood, reflected to create one world, or it's one world creating three worlds, one world divide, where because they have to make in order to get through you, you have to be condoned to where you follow your vibration has to be a certain way. I can't even explain what I vision, but I've seen it on TV. And if they can make it on TV and it seems possible and I can see it in the artwork, then I'm going to use it. We're not getting full receivership. We're not receiving properly. And plus, we came to a planet to learn our experiences. How can we learn our experiences when everything we're learning, we're being guided in a certain direction? And then we listen to the music. I want to break free. So what is the music trying to say? Do you think people are just making music, not down in your heart? Can you sing or do something that's not a deep belief in your heart? To all the people that should go to the show to listen to that music, to that altar vibration in the words of the tune that was used, not because your body or your mind can accept it and you're saying that's horrid because that's what you put towards that tune, but you have to take the goodness out of the tune, because if you only show the goodness in all, how do you want to find the hidden secrets? You take the good with the bad. Is that what they not say? It is also understanding what is the difference. So in the French language, when you're counting your 10s and your 20s, we stop at 20, right? So we can use our 10s and we can use our 20s, and boom, we have 30. So we mirror it, we have 60. We have the hockey game, but we don't need 60. Something's wrong about the 60. Something's missing. We have to do something else. We need another 30. What for? Game's only 60 minutes, plus the whistle. We have to remember, got to write down the whistle. I got to even figure out how to write whistle. So we have the intermission, which is 30 minutes. So an actual hockey game is 90 minutes for hockey. See where we have soccer, which is 45 and 45. What is the intermission in soccer? I'm just all over the place, right? How long is the intermission in soccer?
15 minutes. Okay. According to Rookie Road, the break of play between halves, also known as halftime, where players rest for no more than 15 minutes.
So remember, so when we're counting in French and we get the halftime, think about it. Halftime, HT, number 28, the heavens of Venus. So we're at the 15-minute halftime. So if we're at the 15-minute halftime, that means we had to have 4 quarters in order to get our 6,000 years. So I'm thinking about the last 1,500 years now, because we do have to note that although A, B, C, D equals to 10, although the O equals to the 15th letter, inside the O is 2, 3, and 4 vibration equals to 9, making that O valued at 24, the division of the gateway. Oh, Canada. And that is where the 10 comes in. Because when you're saying 90, you have just made a division within your 80. You have put a dot into the center of what is 4 and 4 to make 1 9. Instead of it 2 4s for 8, it is now 4. Instead of 2 4s for 8 or 4 2s to create 8, 420, you're now splitting it all apart by creating 90, the third world. And remember, the 9 plays inside as the 9 gets shifted
from A here and here, I goes right over here in the center. It's A, E, and I, 1, 5, and 9, playing it into the center. And then there's what other equations are here? Here's B, D, and H. Here is C, C, and G. Here is B, D, and F. Here is A, E, and E. And here is A, E, and E. We can also work this. How else can we work this? Okay, we're going to leave this alone. The 1500 and you get in Monopoly, we're going to leave it alone. We can also go to the other world. Okay, we just want to work on the other world right now. You see, this was the 60 minutes in the game, okay, of 4 times 15. In hockey, it was 3 times 20. So when although you both get the 60, there is a polarity between your 3 and 4, which is this cube over here. Here's the 3, 4 is on the other side. If you're counting up on the cube, you can go 1, 2, 3, and then you got to flip it 180. Remember 180. Here's your 180. You're flipping it 180. That's what it means. That's your Ra, your Hara, the heavens of Venus. So, okay, I'm playing inside my mind. So what it is hockey has 3 periods of 20. Sports like football has 4 periods of 12. Basketball, football, and hockey. Okay. So this one would equal to what is 1 through 8 and then 9 through 15. And this connection, polarity, will create your PHI. The connection between these two, the internal of these two will create your PHI. And the reason for that is the extremity of this will add up to what is P, and your H and I are right over here. And that's also what comes from the 2 worlds of math, bringing it together, multiplying and adding. What does that mean? 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 will create what this is. The calculation of what is 9 and 8, okay, 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 will then recreate this. 9 and 8, 17. The breakdown of the 17, 1 times 7, 1 plus 7, 7 and 8, 15. I don't know if it has anything to do with the calculation, but it just works out. So this is 48 minutes in basketball, and this is where Pluto comes in. You remember Space Jam? Right? You remember 10, D10, M13, J, which is D, and M. 4. The reverse side of what 4 is on the other side, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, the same thing. The first A, B, C, D is 1 and 4. The second one is 1 and 4. Space Jam, 10, 11, 10 and 1 and 13. Again, MJ equals to 23 plus 1, 24. Wow, the divided gates, the total divided gates into the house. Space Jam, jam them all in. So what's going on? And to note that the polarity of this, these are polars to each other. That means it's polar to 4 letters. 108, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 letters, 108. It's perfect when they come together. 27 is the reality. 3 and 6, 65 and 5. I'm just trying to think. 65 and 32. 65 and 32. Okay, so this one can recreate what this one creates in its 3rd dimension. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2. 3 times 2, 3 plus 2 will equal to 6 and 5. So they will both recreate the same numerics. They will join on different levels. Okay, don't want to talk about that. We spoke about why I did this is because what I wanted to create is I want to connect number 7. So I'm going to, I can't even use that one right now. I just want to do this in the basic mode. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now I want to connect 9 and 7. Okay, 9 and 7. Sorry, not 9 and 7. Doing, hit myself in the head. Oh, God. I'm waiting for a phone call. Will I ever get it? Little R&R, little R&R, little R&R. 9 and 4 is 13. 7 and 6 is 13. 8 and 5 is 13. So all the 13s connected to and through 9 and 4, 13. Now what we want to get is we want to come 1 and 9 is 10. 2 and 8 is 10. 3 and 7 is 10. 4 and 6 is 10. And 5 is an antenna. So there's okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to run to the 7 worlds. Now, how can we go to the 7 worlds? I'm going to see if I can continue on this design. I am going to go, what goes from 1 to 9 now can stop at 6, and now we can have 6 and 9, 1, 6 and 9. In between the 6 and 9 is 7 and 8. In between the 1 and 6 is 2, 3, 4, 5. So over here we have a total of 15, and over here we have a total of 14. This is where pi comes in. 3.14159265. Pi, the sun, and the birth. 1154. Creation. So then we're going to have 2 and 5 come in. So when 2 and 5 come in, okay, here's my 2, and we're going to come down, and that's where Earth's heart comes in. So when Earth's heart comes in, we are now entangling 3 and 4 BC, and it also goes up to where number 8 is. So now we have 2, 5, 8, and it makes a perfect E. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do what was first, what was second. Okay, now 3 and 4 will come together. So how are we connecting 3 and 4? So now we're going to connect 3 and 4, 7. So I really don't know what the symmetry circuitry is going to be like, but I just have to always make sure I can create a 10, a 13, and a 16. In which is 1, 4, and 7, which is found on 1, 4, and 7, which happens to work with the cube, which happens to work with the zodiac astrological cycles. It is the 7 days of the 14 days of the 7 and 14, 21 days of a 1 cube cycle. It takes 3 moons and 4 cubes in order to complete it. And that's the child's way of doing it, because there's probably more probabilities inside of this. Although we see 21, the actual reality is in area occupied or unoccupied space, the total area in here per dot is 27 times 21 equals 2. There are 567 dots inside of there, because it gets broken down into this is what it's supposed to look like. 567 dots. Can we divide that by 3? 189. It's perfect. 189. And the reason for that is because 3 is a reflection of 3. There's only 6 sides on here. So with 6 sides, 3 reflection of 3. So when you see 3 reflection of 3, you have a ring. That's 4. You have a pole. That's 2, but it's 3 reflection of 3 inside of this. And it's 3 by 3 by 3. It's 3 to the power of 3. And we 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 3, 2 to the power of 2, 3 to the power of 3, 3 to the power of 2 is 9, and 27 is 4 and 8. I'm just trying to see where this goes, but I'm just going to leave it. Did we have 189? Yeah. This is where a 9, if you want, we can look at it this, and this is birth in the heavens of Venus. This is going to be 3 times what is the red sun, because when you have 2 with 2, create 1. The tower's upside down. Yeah, I'm going to the kitchen for 1 second. If you have something to say, something to ask. There's a lot of, let me try and focus this, what happened. There's a few little things I did today that I was very excited about, but when I'm in the realm, I get really, really excited, and I'm not really sure where I put it. I didn't put it far away, and I don't want to extend anybody's stay should you have anything else to do. I start things that I don't finish. I was showing you the time in the hockey, in the football, in the sports, where in football it's a little bit different. You see, in basketball, there's a 5-minute break between each quarter, plus there's the halftime. I didn't add that into the game. And we need concrete stuff where the time says this is what's in the game. And then in football, we have the switching of the fields in the quarter. Then we have the halftime. We don't have a halftime because the halftime is during the period of the game. The same as the halftime in this. There is no halftime of this. These are 3 separate periods. And knowing that certain periods are completely going around, only your faces are full. Your inside loop that turns around this way and this way, it's only 8 turning around 1. Here you might have 8 turning around 1, but you see all 9. 189 is basically, actually, you want to see 189? 189. 189. 279. 279. Here, it's going to be 369. Hold on a second. Over here, this is also going to be 333.9. The reason for this is they're all completely separated. This 333.9 is where, if you divide it by 3, they all become 1. The reverse of the 1 on a cube all becomes 6s, but the 333s to be remembered. Always remember those 333s. They are your stand-on gateway creation. When you take your calculator, 1, 4, and 7, divide any one of those numbers by 3. Divide the 1 by 3, you will end up with 0.333. Divide the 4 by 3, you will end up with 1.333. Take the 7 divided by 3, you will be 2.333. The number 2, 5, and 8 divided by 3, the number 2 will equal to 666. The number 5 will equal to 1.666. And the number 8 will equal to 2.666. So add them together, and you end up with 3.666. If we don't move anything with the 6s, we move one but not the other. The same way they shift the hours. Well, what time is it? You're expecting someone to say it's 5 o'clock, right? And they say, well, it's 17. It's 14. It's 16:45. You're going 16:45. You mean 4:45, right? So the whole aspect of the numbers change. So we have to understand the metrics of the situation, and we have to count all the metrics of the situation, because it alters and it moves things. Just like, what is it? 16 ounces is a pound, but apparently 16 ounces is 2 cups, to where 16 ounces is 2
area space to the Pluto gate in the heavens of Mars. 11. 22 is ape. 33 is rotation of the sun. 44 is the polarity to what is 33 in what is the house planet. For the reason of that is that anything to do with 3 and 3, 6 will also be to 2 and 6, 8 as to as to 5 and 3, 8, as to 4 and 2, 6, as to 2 and 6, 8, as to 5 and 1, 6. Mars, the queen, the card, the bear. What should we have? Should we have a bear, a bull, or an ape? Let me mark this down because it's on Wall Street. The bear, 26. The bull, which is 24, 34, 44, 45, which is 47. And the ape, which is 22. 24, 34, 44, 45, 47. So the bull is actually going to say energy. It's going to say cycle of man. It's going to say Fibonacci creation of 1 and 1. Fibonacci creation. Why did we need a whirling creation? Why was it a creation? Because K11 is involved. We had a 10 and 10 world. Instead of having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we end up with a 1 and 1, a 10 world. Why? Because we end up with an X. When you create an X on this calculator, okay, 7 and 3, 1 and 9, okay, if we do it that way, it means 4 worlds. If we go 8 and 2 and 6 and 4, we get 15 because 5 is going through the door. You can't get through the door on a corner. So on this, you need a passageway. The passageway between 1. Perhaps the difference between the numbers is that passageway. So here you have okay, 1 second. So we have, I'm leaning back in my chair. I've been here so long. How can we say this? So we have all the ways to understand these cubes. So let me just go to one of them. Let me go to the Mars one, the 1 and the 5. Okay, so the 6 and 2 God, the 6 and 2 Queen, the card, the bear, and everything that goes with 6226. Remember, the Queen is the heaven. She has 88 eyes. The reason she has 88 eyes is, don't ask me. If it exists out there, I will repeat it. The Queen has 2 eyes at the top and 2 eyes at the bottom. This king has 2 eyes at the top, 2 eyes at the bottom. Take a look at which way he's looking, because depending on which way he's looking, we might want to refer this to the piano. Remember, I just want to go back to one thing on that piano before I continue, is we meet inside 28 and 28, between the birth 29 and 29, where we meet the birth meets at center C. Number 53, Quebec. 2 and 2 is 4. 9 and 4 is 4. The answer to this is 44. Although you see 53, it's also 43. So this is the rotation of the sun right over here. So how big is that rotation? Is it just on this one key over here? And what key did I say? Oh, yes, it's center C. Are there any other number 24s? Yes, there is. Hopefully I remember what I was doing so we can come back to it again. We are going to get another 24. And let me move this book. We're going to have 2, 4, and we're going to bring this 24 to 27, 26, 25. Look at that, 24 right over here. It's the exact same, identical. So where we're talking now, okay,
where our 52 keys on the piano all divide, and where the actual division is on a piano. And we can change these numbers around, don't forget, right? What I can do is I can start this as 1 and 1 Fibonacci. What if I started this 1 and 1 Fibonacci, right? By the time I got to the end here, the cycle of Fibonacci is 25. So why don't I start something? You know, when you start something, we have to start here. So if I wanted to count this board, I would count it from here. That is your birth in February, and I'd go all the way to over here. And then that side, I would start all the way over here and go all the way over here, because there's a polarity here. Should I have to grab the full polarity, or would I have to stop over here? So in totality, I would be grabbing 29 and 29, 58 keys total, with the overlapping of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 keys. So anyways, let's leave this at that for now. I want to see if I can, I'm just going to go back to the kitchen, get a little crunch, a munch or something for a minute, take a 2-minute break. Is that okay? I'm going to come back. I'm going to try and see if I can get a little focus done, because there is a couple of pieces that I did find today. I know I said it twice. I'm so sorry. I do feel bad. I absolutely do feel bad. There's just so much going on. There's so many connections. It's crazy. It's just crazy. So I didn't finish. Again, do I finish with these sports? How many minutes? How many minutes break? What is? Let me check it out in football. Let me check it out in football. What is the intermission in the quarters and half in NFL football?
According to NFL football operations, overtime rules for NFL regular season, no more than one 10-minute period will follow a 3-minute intermission. Each team must possess, or have the opportunity to possess, the ball. The exception, if the team that gets the ball first scores a touchdown on the opening possession.
Okay, can you believe it? It's a 12-minute halftime. It's a 12-minute halftime, and it's 2 minutes between quarters. So that's 12, 2, and 2. So that's 16. That's talking about purple. That's talking about mixing the red and the blue. And what is the basketball? How many minutes between quarters in basketball and a half?
According to RookieRoad.com, in the
NBA game clock is 12 minutes. Okay. And no, I don't like that. Hold on a second. Okay, how long are the breaks in basketball? Wow, 130 seconds. They're talking about 613 laws of Moses. They're talking about the 169th moon. The reason for that is when 13 times 13 comes together, it equals to 169. And then 26, which would be the game, it would be 195 and 186. So it's in Neptune, the house planet, the spirit of the heavens. And where this comes in, I'm going to show you. The 5 and the 6 are your 11 on the cube. This one is created by Venus. This one is created by 18. This one is created by 15. Together they are gold. I can't explain it. This is Mars. This is Venus angels. 18, the 5, the 1 and the 5, how can I explain it? Our vibration is within here, and our gateway is within here. 2 and 7. Here it is 2 and 4. You create the gateway 2 and 4, and this is the beta gates. How can I explain that? Why is this the house planet? It is a pole. When you see a 1, it's a pole. When you see a 2, it's a ring. When you see a 3, it's the whole cube. If you see a 4, again, it's going to talk about the cube, around the ring. So you can multiply it by 3 because there are 3 poles on this.
interchangeable. 1 and 6 pole, 4 and 3 pole, 5 and 2 pole. I just want to take a look through here. So we went through this. So the alphabet is A through Z. That is your total alphabet. But what we're going to do is we're going to go A through Y. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go Z through B. But when we're going to restart the alphabet backwards and forwards, it's A, B, and ends with Y, Z. The reason I'm showing you this way is if we're going this way, we go from Z over to B. When we start, we go from Z over to Y. On this side, when we start, we go from A over to B. And when we extend, we go A over to Y. That's that extension. The same thing with the dice cube. When we have the dice cube, it's 1 over to 6. When we start, it's A over to B. And when we start from F, it's F over to E. When we end, it's F over to B. And when we end, it's A over to E. As F ends in B, okay, as F ends in B, A begins with B. So let me see, did I get this right? Oh, I put the E backwards. That's what I did. So we have the same thing. Here's your AE, just as here is your FB. You can't go to the other side. I don't know if I can explain. If no one says anything to me, I don't know if anybody's following. Mothership, good vibes, the goal. Yeah, I'm going to the kitchen, going to grab something, take 2-3 minutes. Ask me something. I'm going to try and explain this more if you don't understand it. Remember, animal and man. In French, remember this, in French, and, or turn the letters around. That looks like and to me. It also looks to AI, right? But watch. Here's a D. I'll finish it with the A. And inside of it, I create the N. Here's the N. Here's the N. Here is the D. And here is the A. Looks like AI, right? But anyways, I'm just going to show you. D-A-N. DNA. In French, it's written ET. This is 19. This is 25. When I multiply it by 3, it creates 5775. We have come into the year of 1963. Look up. I'm going to take a 5-minute break, okay, to 2:05. Look, if you don't mind, I'm going to try and recalibrate and see if I can find some of the stuff I was looking. But just to note that if you draw the R and R in cursive next to each other, facing each other like bulls, it looks like the S and the T. I forget where I was going with this next piece. Yeah, I'm going to change my sweater. It's a little hot in here. So a 5-minute break. It'll be 2:06 when I come back. We did the 18 by 18. I've completed a full cycle of when this all began. Yes, ET. That's what I wanted to say. So the year 5775 was the year 2015, bringing together both the 20 and the 15, both the dartboard with the moon and the A and E world and the pool table, the 8 solids and the 7 stripes of the pool table, these 16 balls where one ball to connect the other balls. I'm going to be back 5 minutes. really hot here. I just need maybe a little snack or something. Let me see if there's just give me a snack. Snack. Maybe it's too late to eat rice. Cereal. I really need a snack. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I don't think I can wear this shirt. It's too small on me. Just give me a minute. Okay, I'm gonna put this back on. Yes, so let me shut this. Let me shut this. Let me open this light here. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm gonna have something here. I know what I'm having already. Not really sure if I should have, but I maybe I'll come back and I'll eat with you guys and we'll discuss. We'll discuss. We'll look at something. Right? I was expecting a phone call. Actually, I wasn't expecting a phone call. I was more or less hoping for the phone call. So I'm going to take a look. I'm not sure if you saw this earlier. Okay. What these are is this is number 1 and this is number 7. If everything is a skeleton, then this is number 1 and this is number 7. Where the 180-degree crosses on top to where it crosses down on this angle. If I was to use this formation, other than to use what is this formation, in this formation, I can find what can be here in this formation. In this formation, I can find what is in this formation. So I can tell you that the 7 for me would come from here and the 1 would have to come from here because, or which other way would this 1 come in? If I put the addition sign on it, that's what would happen to 1. But anyways, let me just show you what the end result is. So when you do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 by 1, and I'm going to do 1, 2. Well, that's 1. I'm going to go, 1. I'm going to go 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 by 5. I'm going to go 3. Anyways, I have to do it the same thing. If I do it by 3, I do it by 3. So what happens, okay, in this is when I bring the 7 together, that's what the 7 looks like. When I bring the 1 together, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, this is what this looks like. When I bring these two together, they end up to look like what this is over here. A little bit bigger when I drag them over each other and make them larger. It looks like there's 2 primary designs in here. There's the base design where you can see it here at the bottom and here at the top. And then I shifted it 1 up, and then you can see the angled Star of David inside of this. So we had that 57.75, which was the end of that partial time, right? I'm just taking a look at something. And then we have 57.24. That's 51 years. Okay. That's 51 years. And now we're at 57.81 was the end of the first part of the cycle. And this is 57 years. So this is Mars. This is the moon. And the end one is time. I'm going to explain it to you. This here for me, as I have learned lately, is 3 is your K creation. It is your 1 and 1 creation. Within it, the void is 6. It's 3 and 6 or 6 and 3. Within it, it's 1 and 4, which is creation from the sun, the NA that you see. How can I explain this? This is part of Mars. This is also part of how you would see 16 and 8. You can look at as 18 and 9. This is the divided day and night. This is the divided birth of the heavens of the sun. This is of Pluto, and this one is of the sun. They join together. Why do I say this? This is the numeric value for Pluto, 84. It runs the cycles in which we are in of the cube, because it takes 4 times 21 equal to the numeric value of Pluto to create the cycle of creation of 3 moons. And you need 3 times 3 moons, okay, for the 9 birth. That is your cycle. And then the 4th third is what brings the balance of the connection in the first 3 months of its life. That brings the balance of this connecting cube. But until then, you need to connect. Where were we with this? So we get to the year, now we're looking for the year 5784. These are all special points. This was a birth point. This was the recreating of the matter, the spirit, the moon, DC. We were at a gateway. Here we arrive back at Venus, and also male and female. This is all male and female. All these are male and female. All these will equal to 3333. This is the closest you can get to what is going to connect your 666 7th gate. This is just my birth in 24. In 84, I am 60. That's end of the clock line. When does this begin? This begins in the year 5783. This is your polarity to what is this and the given light. When we come into September, okay, we will be celebrating. Hold on, let me just take it up. Let me just take a look. Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur 2022. This is what it is this year. And it happens to be on my birthday. Wow. Yom Kippur is on my birthday this year, October 4th. So September 25th to the 27th, YZY. This here, on this day here, on October 5th, we will be coming into the year of the divided gate. When we see the year come into 50, when we celebrate this year, it is because we are coming into this year, the final and reversed cycle of the cube. The cycle of Rotas Sador, 1928, equaling to 47. The cycle of 14 and 14, what is the spirit of man? 13 by 28. This will create this. I don't remember what creates this. This is our birth. We're only going to use 3 out of 4 because all 4 is telling the alternate story. The cube says there are only 3. The cube says there are only 3 reverse sides. Also, what we can do with this cube is to understand that every corner has 3 colors, that every center has 2 colors. Number 26 is irrelevant to how this cube is built. It says queen, it says God, it says dog, it says game. And so it says 6 by 2, 12, where there are 12, this side and this side, this side and this side, this side and this side, this side and this side. 1 area, 2 areas, so there are 8. And then there are 2 up here and 2 up here. There are 12. Now, if I turn it this way, there are another 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's an 8 going around this way. There's an 8 going around this way. So this way and this way an 8, and then there's an 8 going around the center. 8, 8, 8. But when we go 8, 8, 8, remember, this cube only has 3 sides. If we are going to go around, we are always going to include something from the other side. So when I go 1, 2, see when I go 1, 2, 6 is from the other side, and so is 5 from the other side. Only 1, 2, 3. So you can only have 2 and 2 when you're going around this cube. Do you follow what I'm saying? When you're going around the pole, the numbers are 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6. It's one or the other. One cube will be starting on 6, and the other cube is going to be starting on, wow. The other cube will be starting on 1. This will go 1, 2, 3. This will go 1, 2, 3. This one will go 6, 5, 4. And then we've got all kinds of different games that are going on. Let me see if anybody said anything. I'm getting a little tired, and I didn't even get to where I wanted to go. So let's see if I can flip through some things. I'm hungry. Oh, my food is over here. I was supposed to take a 5-minute break. So over here, what's happening in this design, okay, is I need to understand what is going on with this window connection. And then the rest of the window connections. And then the last window connection. And the final window connection of all connections is 3 connected to all. But anyways, 4 times 1/4 equals 1 whole. 9 areas, 4 areas. 3/4 and 1/4. What went on? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 1. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 without the head pin. So it's 9. So 9, okay, I just want to think of this one thing. With 9, I can get the hexagon. But with 10, okay, I can get the square, and I can get the diamond, and I can get the triangle. But I'm just talking base. I just want to see where else I'm going to go. The split earth. What was I looking at in this? I'm not really sure what I was looking at this, whether it was combinations of numbers, but there's more to do. This is just a skeleton. This is just one last piece I want to do before I go. 1 times 99, 2 by 99, 3 by 99, 4, all the way over to 9. Number 1, okay, I want to show you the game that has to be played. In connecting the 10 world, we will connect 1 with 9, 2 with 8, 3 with 7, 4 with 6, 5 with 5. This one, I think we should do like 4 times over here. 5 equals to what is 495? 495 plus 5. Communication, 10-4. JD. This is your communication. And Jupiter, 99. 99 is going to represent two things. It's going to represent number 13, and it's going to represent Jupiter. When it represents 13, it represents man. It represents 169 moons. It represents 169 plus 169, 169. I'm just trying to think. 13 by 30 plus 26 equals 195. The pen is gone. Equals 195. So remember, now I would have to go 295, 395, 495. Doesn't matter. It'd be 169. 169 moons makes man. Man's numeric value 28, bringing us to the cycle of the 13 moons. Anyways, as I draw down this line, we can see that when we come to D, okay, you remember I said D is a full cycle, always D in the full cycle, and it shows you 396. It also shows you 103. So they're showing you the full cycle through Mercury and man. This is also going to explain the gateway, and it will also explain the birth. I'm just trying to think. Yes, because of the word September and Mercury. Also, 103 is also going to explain A1, B3, and C6. What this explanation is every time you see a 0, replace it with a 6. We can replace it with anything else. I'm working with 6. I'll explain it. That the 5 passage, the 1, although the 5, okay, how can I say it? We're in the E world, and we drag with us the one spirit of light with us all the time. It's like, how can I explain this?
Forget whatever you want to. Forget everything. Doesn't matter. Forget everything. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, and every single thought that you have, because you are the living and receiving inside the fabric of the universe, in which is creation, H2O, because the element of life spirit is constantly pumping and flowing through you, because your thoughts are within the network of every area you walk, like circuitry and electricity that doesn't actually go through the wires, but goes around the wires, which says that your memory is not actually in your body, but surrounding your body. So that if you should drink too much, your receptors are no longer recepting. That if you should smoke just the right stuff, or you should take within any kind of drugs, the reception of the element that is that is mixed with the entirety in the area space that is surrounding you and not within you, is where and what you see is because it is around you. Your memory is here. I am going to take 2 minutes to take a little bit of this. Tell me what you think. And we're going to go on and see if I can find those magical things I was thinking about. Bear hug is still going on. Remember the bears. Illinois. Illinois. Give me 1 minute. Words. Right. 16 ounces. 16 times 28 equals 448. Wow, 16 ounces and 8 ounces.
I'm going to write and eat so you can watch, but first we have to chase the cat. Okay, I'm going to eat and write. What is this? No. I'm going to give you something to look at for 2 minutes while I finish eating, all right? This is 99. Give me 2 minutes. This is from the roulette table. No, this is from roulette. I want to screenshot. Now, hold on a second. I just took a screenshot. I'm going to check out something. I want to do something. Okay, I just took a screenshot. I want to show you something. Okay, I want to show you what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to take away the screenshot. So do you know what this is? This is the roulette table, 1 through 36. And right here, 1, 2, 3, and all the way down 12. 12 by 3 is 36. X, 1, Y, 1, and 1. X connected to 11, and Y connected to 11. You see the way X and Y are connected to each other? X and Y get connected through 11. Now, in order to create 11, you keep your hands straight. In order to create 10, you must cross your hands. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that we are going to do a little magic with this. We're going to add cubes to this. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. No, hold on. Wow. I just fixed this computer, right? Go figure. I have to click it 25 times. I mean, it's like I have to. Okay. So I go from here to here. I go from here to here. And that is where the cube comes in, right over here. So when the cube comes in, it comes in by adding one of these y's. So have I reduced the size of 100% or have I increased? Because if we had 100% of our time, I would remove the 3 for creation. The 3 for creation came by 1 by 1. But according to Ape, according to the pole and the ring, The pole came by 11, and the ring came by 22. The bringing the pole and the ring together or separating, there are three separate poles, 11, 11, 11. Off, 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 off. I'm kettling you. Off. There's no way you're kettled. Off. Just give me a second, please. Because last time I tried to use one hand. Okay, stop. Stop. They grab everything. Okay, so let me finish this design now. Okay, so we end up with the cube inside of here. So I'm starting to think, so if I want back 100% of my time, I don't want to run with that cube dividing between 17 and 20. Or do I need that cube? Okay, do I need that cube? Right, I'm going to show you why. Because we need to create the star system and pole to come on down. We have the cube and we have the pole to come on down to the altar world. Here's the world of X, Y, 11, and this would be 11. You see, Y, 11, 25 and 11 equaling to 36, 11 and 24 equaling to 35. Y, 25, X, 24. The beginning of your next section of the polarity or coming back from creation as Z, Y, and X ends up being your reverse creation. The reversal of C, 1 and 1, is what is X, 24. So the divided gate, which is from 24, the 9 lives of the cat, which is also represented by E and I, which is also reverted to 66, which is also noted to DC, DC. So it seems like it was reduced, like in the 7286, the halfway of the 86 is 43 DC. The halfway of the 72 is 36, and that's where the 36 numbers come in, the first 18 and then the second 18, and that's where your cube takes place. In fact, your center cube is, and I mentioned this once before, and I says, where did I hear this before? Your center cubic area space is 185, or the 18.5 fine line between 17, the gateway, and 20, the gate. The reason for 17, the gateway, it is what 18 created. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 equals 7, and 8 equaling to 15. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 7 and 8. What equals to 17? 5 times 2, 5 plus 2 equals to 17, also known as Earth's heart. We're right on number 17. So it's between 17 and 20, that two area between what is above is below 17 and 20 is 18 and 19. But what's crazy is 18 is up here,
18 is over here. Where's number 18? Hold on a second. Yes, 18 is over here, and 19 is over here. And you can see with 18 what's happening with 18. So I have to understand this area over here. Okay, what's happening with number 18. I'll explain what this is. Here in this area, let me just get out a box. This area over here. Did I do this right? Yeah. Well, it's a little off, okay? It's a little off, but this area over here is an area of, can I just do this? Yeah, that's an area of 36. Okay, this is an area 36. Then there's another area of 36 here. So there's an area 36 here, and there's an area of 36 here. In between here is a voided. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Oh my God, I can't believe it. The camera's looking at me. I'm just trying to show you what's going on over here. Okay, the cube. Okay, area here is 17. Area here, center is 20. We're always measuring and going towards the center. If we don't go towards the center, I'm going to have a different design. I can go on the outside of the block, meeting the block in this corner, meeting the block in that corner. And if I do that, I'm going to be joining blocks down here. In fact, there are other joining blocks. I should be joining this block here. Like that. Hold on a second. I should be joining this block here. Whoop. Let me see this to this to this to this. And then I should be joining this to this to this to this. Do you see that interdimensional? This is what the I was taught by the Mayans, 13 and 7. Things of 13, 9 and 4, 13, 8 and 5, 13, 6 and 7, 13. The Mayans talked about that. 1 and 6, 7, 3 and 4, 7, 5 and 2, 7 is 8 and 5 is 13. It's off of that cycle. Okay, even though the Mayans have the 20 and 10-day cycle, there's other ways that they got to it. So this is the in-between between the two sides. You can see this 8 over here is being part of both sides, and then there's a voided area over here. I don't know what design I should make inside of it. This is what it showed into, the hexagon and the hexagon. Can I create more squares like this? The reason it creates this is these were 2 black letters, and these were 2 red letters. And these were 2 black letters. Over here, it is, what number is over here? 3, 6, 9. Oh, wait a second. This is 12 and 15. Wait a second. 12 and 15. Wait a second. 3, 6, 9. Here's 9. And here's 12. Okay, why is this done this way? Am I going the wrong? Oh, yes. Okay, I'm sorry. This is 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7, 1. But this is a black. Okay, 1, 4, 7, 1. Okay, 1, 4, 7, 1. Okay, here, the difference between here and here is this is number 10, and number 10 is a black 1. So it creates this. So it creates 8, 0, 0, and then again back to your inverted 8. Anyways, I'm getting tired. There's so much more going on. I'm going to end the video 2.5 hours. I think it's late enough. I want to thank you for showing up, for being here, for watching it. I'm not really sure where I got to in this, if I got across my point. And I want to thank you for watching. And yeah, R&R, squishy. End the broadcast. Peace, Raphael 7286, and a constellation of Pegasus. Be nice to take a drive. Going to be a nice day tomorrow. Call me from the Skynet.